friends here, my friends from Winnipeg, and those who come from other places that wish they had had a little time in Winnipeg. And in order to make this an authentic party, we ordered up the snow because, but you're lucky it isn't 40 below. We're very happy with that. And it's fun to be here. My first birthday that I remember well was when I was 40, and Dick, who came for dinner and stayed 4 years, and his friend, and he graduated from the University of Manitoba, and the Cadams tended bar at my 40th birthday. Now imagine us knowing each other all that time. And we're happy. Many of you were here when Nancy and David and Deborah arranged my birthday when I was 80. And it's kind of a terrible thing to be 90, because people who know I'm 90 think maybe, you know, she doesn't really know too much. And I was in the bank yesterday and got a wad of money. When you got your grandchildren in town, you know, Patrick, Hillary, and Jim, and I'd done some complicated things, and she leaned over when I guess to validate the cash going on. She said, "Now, do you know your PIN number?" Well, I was so taken aback, I didn't have one of my usual salty returns. I thought, Jesus, lady, what am I doing in the bank by myself? I don't know my PIN number. Anyway, it's lovely being here, and I'm so happy that so many of you braved the terrible weather, which Vancouver is not used to this performance. Maybe you'll never get home. But I hope not, and I'm so happy that you came. And we have to thank Deborah and David for managing this beautiful party. Deborah being in Montreal, doing volunteer tennis work was it the Davis Cup gang or anyway. David Hall's in New York doing something, and so they did all these planning it by their computer. And it's a good thing I'm not involved in the planning, because my computer skills, despite my dear friend Richardson, I'm really pretty poor, and it's very difficult. I'm happy that Chris and Dick Hall brought their son and his wife and to the party, and it's so wonderful to welcome Mimi Dubiensky and her new husband. When I don't know, did you ever find the picture of you that I posted somewhere?
It's right here, over here.
On the beach.
Well, I already lost my husband. He's in the crowd.
And thank you all for coming and being friends and putting up with me all these years. And some of you may have heard this before, but before I do that, what am I going to do now that I'm 90? Well, I'm not raising any more money. You'll be happy to know I'm not doing that. But what I am going to do is do some history. My father's people came from Pennsylvania in the early 1800s, and when you walked from, and the great-great-great-grandfather had to walk because the covered wagon was filled with their supplies, you know, their gardening tools and everything. So this 10-year-old had to walk from, and you come from Pennsylvania straight along, you get to southern Ontario, and they arrived, and they eventually reached an area and got their land, which turned out to be Guelph. So Sam Reif was the first person in Guelph, and he had a sense of humor, because Gordon and I went to his graveside years ago, and this is what they had on his tomb. "A painful illness did me seize, all human aid was vain, but death did seize, and Christ was pleased to ease me of my pain. And the other thing is, for all these years we thought we were Pennsylvania Dutch, but historically that's wrong, because they came from Germany down the Rhine to get out of Europe and get free land, and the only place they could go in the United States was Pennsylvania, which welcomed any religion. Massachusetts, the rest of them were very snooty, and you had to be, at that time, in the late 1700s, you had to be a Church of England. So anyway, we have, that's what I'm going to do, is do a little history writing, and Mary Burns is going to help me and Christina. And it's interesting, and I don't think anybody in the family now will be interested, but when they get old, they might be interested about the boy that walked from Pennsylvania. And he probably had no shoes. I mean, we're talking in 1825. Anyway, so I want you to know that I'm really trying to live a good life. So and I have a little prayer. Oh Lord, keep me from the fatal habit of thinking I must say something on every subject and on every occasion. Release me from craving to straighten out everybody's affairs. Make me thoughtful and helpful, but not bossy. With my vast store of wisdom, it seems a pity not to use it at all. But thou knowest, Lord, that I want a few friends at the end, and I have a few friends at the end. Keep my mind free from the recital of endless details. Give me wings to get to the point. I dare not ask for improved memory, but a growing humility when my memory seems to clash with the memories of everybody else. Teach me the glorious lesson that occasionally I may be mistaken. Give me the ability to see good things in unexpected places and talents in unexpected people, and give me the grace to tell them so. So I want to tell you, I appreciate all of your friendship.